You're listening to After the Review with Peter and Terrell. New episodes of our podcast are available every Tuesday afternoon on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Podbean. If you like our content, remember to comment, share, and subscribe, and enjoy the episode. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is After the Review with Peter and Terrell. I'm your host, Peter, and with me, as always, is my man, Terrell. Terrell, how was your Christmas week?
Man, my week was awesome. Had the family in town. Had my mom and sister here in Seattle. Showed them around. We did a bunch of fun things. Explored Seattle. Showed them what's all, the good and the bad. It didn't rain too much. The weather wasn't too bad.
That's good.
But the Christmas is good, and the holidays are good. How about you, Pete?
That's good. Just chilled out here. Had the family up for Christmas Eve. I cooked a prime rib. It was fantastic. I'm getting pretty good at this cooking stuff. So
I saw that you on the gram. You got posting everything. You did some fried pickles.
Oh yeah, I was real. Ooh,
your turkey.
Yeah, I'm doing it all. I know. Shout out, ladies. All right, so let's get into the semifinals on Saturday, because this first game, LSU Oklahoma, and Joe Burrow put on a clinic. That man threw 7 touchdowns and LSU ran the Sooners out of the building in Georgia. I kind of feel bad. Is LSU this good, or was Oklahoma not deserve to be on the stage with these teams?
Honestly, it's sad to say, but I'm not surprised Oklahoma's defense kind of gave this up. Like, I know their defense has been better than what it has been in the past, and Alex Grinch has brought the defense to be a pretty good defense. But like, from watching them all year, because I love Jalen Hurts, so I've been watching Oklahoma. Their defense isn't great. I'm not surprised that this happened to them. They're just not built like this. They're I don't know. LSU is a top level offense in college football, and Oklahoma just not really built for that to stop them. And Joe Burrow was on one, and he wasn't ready to play. He didn't come in to play around with them at all, and he showed them why he won the Heisman. And I honestly was not surprised, and he was putting up literally like Madden numbers. It's crazy.
Yeah, I was a little surprised. I mean, maybe Oklahoma's defense was built on a house of cards and they were kind of fake. In the Big 12, you never really know what you're getting out of a team, offense, defense, whatever. It seems to be this kind of weird enigma in college football that they play each other hard. They kind of boost their numbers against each other. But I did not expect them to just have their way with them. I mean, it was very obvious. The recruiting differences, like Oklahoma has no DBs out there. They're running around a bunch of 3-stars, kind of soft guys, it felt like.
And do you think that's the difference, honestly?
I do. So my buddy Bear, who played at Oklahoma, he asked me a serious question after the game, because, you kind of got to reflect after a loss like that. And he was like, do you think Oklahoma would be better if they moved to the SEC or like the Big Ten to help with recruiting and help them kind of take the next step? Because they seem like just the little kid that gets invited to the party, but they ain't ever really at the party.
No, I totally agree with that. Like, they get, obviously they get guys who are, they get 5 stars, but they don't. I think where they lose is they don't get those guys in the trenches to really solidify. They have Keith Murray. They have, they'll get one guy at a, out of a class.
You need like 6 or 7 dogs running out there on D.
You need some dogs. You need like some backing guys who are freaking just monsters. And like when you go up to SEC opponents like that, like I think they've got the pedigree or the formula to win the Big 12 and to get in the playoff hunt in the consideration. But for them to be competitive in playoff games, I think the next step is for them is recruiting. And I just honestly don't know if they can do it with being at Oklahoma and what Oklahoma offers. Like, it's a great school.
It's tough facilities. Awesome. You got all the historic. I mean, there's a blue blood of college football. It does seem like they're missing just something, because it's 3 straight losses in the playoff, and they minus the first half against Georgia with Baker. They haven't been good since then. That's 10 straight quarters. They've been awful. And they weren't good the first time they won when they played Deshaun and Clemson. They got crushed.
No, for real. And that's with having 2 Heisman winners out of the 3 years. Like, so I just think it's like they'll get like essentially they'll get a good piece and they'll have. I think the offense can hang in these games, but it's
I
like
do
their
too, but
defense.
they definitely need the defenses,
And
right?
out
Yeah.
and to fault, I don't. We don't want to blame Alex Grinch. I feel like he's doing a wonderful job for what he has, but he just doesn't have those dogs up front to be able to handle what they do, or or anything like that. And maybe that's something that maybe he'll be able to recruit. Because I did recently see that they picked up a 5-star linebacker. So
That's
like maybe that
yeah, maybe
that that can
that's
help, but like you need like not necessarily you need all 5-star linebackers, but you need a couple of those guys to maybe buy in Oklahoma and want to go to Oklahoma just for it's Oklahoma and like get some of those those big those guys
I
that are hard to move up front and different things like that.
I think it hurts a little bit, like, because just the way the Big 12 plays, they're so spread, they're all fast, and you tend to recruit those fast, kind of speedier guys, and it just kills you on the back end when you got to play SEC team, Clemson, and Ohio State or Big Ten, like a Michigan, if you're on the big stage. You just get out physical on top of everything. So hopefully, Oklahoma takes that next step. They take a deep look in the mirror because maybe we're putting on the Big 12 on a little playoff ban for a while and let the Pac-12 embarrass themselves.
Um, I'm agree with you. Maybe we put them on a little playoff ban until they can actually prove that they can hang with some of these people.
Yeah, I agree. All right, let's talk about the second game. Clemson, Ohio State. We've been hyping it up for a couple weeks now, and that game lived up to every part of the hype, I felt like. Ohio State jumped out to that early 16-0 lead. Clemson fought back, got it to 16-14 at the end of the half, and then the game went all bananas in the second half. It felt like there was crazy calls, overturns. Where do you want to start with this one?
I want to start here, and I just want to say that you were very down on Ohio State for a long time. I think they made you eat their words. Your
Not
words.
that, not quite. I was higher on them than I thought. Dabo was making me look real stupid at first because
He's making both.
he got
He's making both
completely
of us
out
look stupid.
he got completely out coached to open the game. Let's be honest. Ryan Day totally out game plan Dabo. They looked awful, Clemson coming out of the gate. But they stuck around, and then Dabo did his little Dabo thing. We knew late game, crunch time, Dabo was going to make adjustments. So I did have faith in them once they kind of got back into that game. So Ohio State, a little bit higher for me. But again, Clemson did what I told them to do in the second half, and they held them to 7 points. And that's make Justin Fields throw from the pocket. And he struggled a little bit.
I agree with you. He struggled a little bit, but he still. I still think he looked good. I mean, from what he was doing, he played really well. Ohio State played really well. Also, I just want to go on a limb. I'm not going out on a limb on this. I'm not really going out on a limb and saying this, but I want to say this: that J.K. Dobbins is a absolutely dog. When dude went out, and I was like, oh, he's done for the game. Like,
they shot him. They gave him that good shot.
No, I know. That's what I told my mom. She was watching the game with me. I was like, listen. JK got a shot. He good. He good to go again. They gave him something that ankle. He gonna be feeling it tomorrow. But
he ain't feeling anything right now.
No, yeah, he ain't feeling that right now because dude is absolutely dog. He came back and freaking just held it down. If they would have had him the whole game, I'm not gonna say if they had him the whole game, it'd be different. But losing him from a bit part of the game was probably crucial for at least for Justin Fields. But Justin Fields looked good to me. I was very happy. I text you this. I was very happy with both teams. Both quarterbacks look great. And that's the pick at the end. It's so heartbreaking. Yeah, because that I was probably going to go for a touchdown.
I don't think so. The safety broke on that route as the receiver planted. He broke to where that pick was thrown because he was watching Fields' eye. He was staring Fields down. So I don't think he catches that touchdown. He may pick that ball even if there's a guy there. He at least breaks it up.
I don't know.
They had the perfect angle from behind. That safety knew exactly where Fields was throwing that ball. He totally jumped that route.
I mean, it's one of those things we'll never know, but
true.
It's so sad to see because the kid made a good read. It was the right play to do. Maybe try to look off the safety, but like it was one of those things like maybe if the receiver cuts in front of the safety, kind of big bodies it and gets in for a touchdown. But it's so sad. I don't know what the receiver was doing. If he was bailing early.
Okay, why are they playing these games on freaking grass? Like, why does any stadium in 2019, almost 2020 now, have grass?
No, this is the only. No, Glendale's the only place that has an indoor grass, so they bring
I
they
know.
bring the
Yeah, they
grass
roll it
inside.
in,
I
and
don't, I don't know why they do that.
because football used to be played on grass when they built that stadium,
I
but
I know, but come on, get with
they
the
keep yeah, I
times.
know, they keep slipping. They said it rained for like 3 straight days in Phoenix. Before that, it never rains in Phoenix, so the field was soaked. And
Wait, they left the stadium
yeah,
open?
no, they leave the field outside. The field was outside in the rain all day, for 3 straight days, and then they rolled it in.
What?
Yes,
Really?
yes.
That's bad. That's bad on the field
Well,
team.
because they can't leave the grass in the stadium or the grass is gonna die. I said. I know.
Really?
It's the whole setup. But yeah, guys were slipping all night because that's what I want to see when I see the best of the best athletes running around out there. Guys slipping
Yeah, I mean,
because
flipping. I
Clemson
mean,
was really struggling early with their footing.
because homeboy. That's not. I mean, Trevor Lawrence made a great run, but that's half the reason why he went for 64 yards. His homeboy slipped in the middle of the field. I mean, he put a little
Oh,
move on him,
I think
but
he gave a good move on
nah,
that. Trevor
I
was a
think he
lot
could.
faster than those guys thought he was. I
I
think
know.
Trevor
I'm
surprised
not
low
saying he
people.
wasn't. I'm not saying he wasn't, but he definitely gave him a nice move there in the middle, and he slipped a little bit, in my opinion. But that does suck. I can't understand it. I work, essentially,
Yeah,
we
ops.
talked about
Yeah.
this. But now I've moved to the
Mhm,
conversion and fields
mhm.
department, and fields guys, I ask some questions. I try to educate myself here and there, and I feel like I'm gonna ask them about that. Like, why does Glendale do
Especially
this,
yeah,
roll in the
good place to
like
ask since they
grass.
play there every year too.
And
So
yeah, but they play there every year. And plus, I mean, I've been there. I've been to a bowl game
mhm.
there with UW. It wasn't as much of a problem. I mean, I'm guess it didn't rain beforehand, but that is crazy. Now thinking about it, they do roll in the grass, and it seems kind of dumb when you have indoor stadium just roll the turf out like everyone else does.
Yeah, I
Don't
agree.
try to be
Yeah,
cute and cool because you have grass. No one cares.
well, that would, dude. It was the mid 2000s. It was a different time back there. I know.
No, but I understand that it's mid two
They're
thousands,
being
but
futuristic.
get get with the times. Like seriously.
Not to take away from the game, how good was that play calling in the second half and in those spots?
Oh,
That the
yeah,
QB
that
draw
play
that
call.
Trevor
Oh
went
my
for
gosh,
60 on,
beautiful.
the screen pass that they hit to Et9 was unreal. Great screen call. Me and my dad were calling for that screen all game. We're like, they gotta run a screen because Ohio State was killing them up front. And then the Tim Tebow pop pass for what was essentially the
That was a
win
beautiful play.
at the 30-yard line. That was unreal. They
Dude,
ran.
Travis Etienne is a monster.
He's very good. He is a stud. There were a couple. Yeah, both backs were studs in that game.
Once committed to A&M. I
Yeah.
don't know what happened. I don't know if he left because of Summy, or what. Well, I don't know what happened there. I think that's what it was, right? He
Maybe. Yeah. He
he
made
made the
this.
right decision.
He
He made
did.
the right
Yeah.
decision at the end of the day, but man,
Ugh.
if that's the type of guy somebody was going to recruit, I mean, whatever. He recruited all kind of guys.
Oh
Anyway, that's a
yeah.
different.
We were all over the
That's a
place
different
with
story for another day.
that.
But that's crazy. Travis Etienne's a monster. Um,
And I didn't
that's
think they
crazy.
were giving him the ball enough early. They kept kind of, not running him, and then they wouldn't throw underneath. They kept throwing downfield, and that's what got him behind early. Instead of throwing this underneath stuff, I thought you hit him in space. It didn't feel like Ohio State could run with him. He felt like the one real mismatch Clemson had as far as an athletic standpoint. And Trevor Lawrence running the ball was great. Just when you think Trevor Lawrence's draft stock couldn't get any higher, it got higher after that. Let's see. He went right down the field, losing to win the game in 4 plays, and he didn't face a second down. You don't see that too often. So I was like, oh god, he's gonna be.
You gotta give me a little credit there because I was
You
all on the Trevor Lawrence bandwagon early on, and you were like, listen,
let's see. We gotta see.
let's see, and he
He's
proved
shown
us right.
big man.
He's been
I had faith. I had faith at the end of that game. He had the gamer look on. I was like, and since he won the Natty last year, I'm like, I think he's got this. I felt good about Trevor
well,
Lawrence going down.
same. I felt good about Justin Fields going down and making a play too. I
Ah,
mean,
I didn't.
you text me and said there's too much time left.
I thought it was too much time left because I thought, maybe you get JK out in space, you run a little run. But Clemson's red zone defense was so good that
It was very
I
good.
knew
Very Venables,
that was a
very good defense
big
work.
issue in the game, that Ohio State got down in the red zone 3 times in the first half and they kicked 3 field goals. They didn't even get a touchdown. That's what kind of really kept Clemson alive in there. So I don't want to hear any of these,
Yeah.
the fumble, the overturned fumble for a touchdown. The Oh, was it the targeting call that kind of let Clemson score their first touchdown?
Yeah, I know. I saw that targeting call, and I was like, "Ew, that's tough.
That's
That's tough."
definitely
Oh well.
targeting. It's definitely targeting by the rule book, though. He lowered the crown of his helmet and led with the crown of his helmet.
No,
You can't do that.
I'm not disagreeing by the rule book, but it's just tough. It's tough.
I wish they could put in a 2-tier targeting because we saw targeting earlier in the Oklahoma LSU game, which was a complete cheap shot by OU. That guy targeting and
Oh
ejected.
man,
Maybe we have just a 15-yard penalty and not necessarily an ejection because I felt kind of bad. I don't think he should have been tossed for that hit, but it was definitely an unnecessary. It was an illegal tackle, a targeting tackle. So maybe we put a little 2 tiers on these targeting fouls.
overall, very good game. Ryan Day showed us that he's a pretty good coach.
But I think he let down a little bit in the second half. He was not a great adjuster, which happens when you're a young coach. I
I
felt like,
mean, okay. I mean, you can say that either way because I don't think we say that if they go down and score at the
well,
end,
they
right?
didn't do any. I mean, we might because they didn't do anything that whole second half. They did absolutely nothing until they had the one. They had the one drive where they kind of broke a couple of big plays, and I think it was because of
Yeah.
It was off a missed tackle,
I don't
but
know. I mean, sometimes
yeah.
you call the right play when the kids don't execute. You know what I mean? Like, so
Eh.
you can't put it all on the coach. I mean, at the end of the day, you're not out there playing the game.
That's true, but I
You
think
do what you can
we
best.
kind of expected that. The experience was the difference. I think in the final score, and experience comes with experience. This is
Yeah.
Ryan Day's first time out there. Dabo's been
No,
doing this
totally.
forever. Yeah,
So, anyways,
yeah.
we got
So Clemson LSU national championship game in like 2 weeks, which is annoying that they get such a long time off. But we get the game we wanted. So let's move to the playoffs. Week 17 just wrapped up, and you were at the Seattle San Francisco game. Boy, that the whole
boy.
season, last game, game number 258 came down to 2 inches.
Yes, literally came down to 2 inches. I mean, where do we start here? I'll start here. Um, I'll give. We're gonna flex a little bit on this
Mhm.
podcast real quick, just a small bit. I was down on the field for the introductions pregame, and man, they usually I you probably know this. They'll go home offense, home. I mean not I mean defense, offense. Like as they do introductions,
Uh-huh.
they'll do individual introductions, like one player by player. They'll do all defensive starters, offensive starters, defensive starters, offensive starters. Well, usually they start the year with offensive starters. That means they end the year with the defensive starters. And I noticed that they're doing offensive starters again. They did offensive starters last. Well, why are they doing offensive starters again? I asked just to ask, but I kind of knew why, and it's because Marshawn Lynch is back, and they wanted to get the crowd hype from Marshawn Lynch, and he obviously was in. They're going to do him in the starting lineup because there's a reason why he did it. So they get through the whole offensive starters. They get to Marshawn Lynch. Now I'm an Aggie. Went to A&M, the 12th man, the original 12th man, and we got the 12s here in Seattle. When I tell you, I could not hear anything else when they announced Marshawn Lynch. It was deafening. Or just like it was absolutely deafening. People went ballistic. Like Russell Wilson came in after that. I don't think I heard Russell Wilson name
No.
called at all. Like
Yeah.
didn't hear his name called at all. It was just deafening. I was like, oh my gosh, this is what I'm here for. Being down on the field was the best decision I made today. It was awesome. But now let's jump into this game.
Yeah,
Well,
it was a really bad first half, honestly. Pretty
bad
much
first half
nothing.
for
Seattle,
yeah.
I mean, San Francisco didn't do much. It was 13-0 at half. Seattle couldn't do anything offensively, and it looked like this game was maybe over, but then things really opened up in the second half because Seattle took the ball and went right down the field in the second half to open the second half and make things a game.
Yeah, they did what they're supposed to do in the first half. But really, Seattle got out, so it's really slow half. And San Francisco does what San Francisco did: run the ball, make little plays here and there. Kyle Shanahan, mastermind.
They gashed them all
Um,
night.
Gosh, I mean, he had when they were thinking left, he was thinking right. Like it was ridiculous. I know the Seattle defense is a little banged up. No Quandre Diggs, which is really big hole for them. Yeah, but they had Clowney back and everything else.
And they had
But
Griffin back too, which
they had
helped.
Griffin back. It was helped, yeah, help.
But
But man, I literally thought Debo Samuels would look like they made him look like he was an all pro receiver. But yeah, anyways, yeah, Kyle Shanahan just growing up a good game plan. Obviously, the man out there, he's got nice coach swag. You got the bomber jacket with the hoodie, and you got the
You got the the emoji hat, right?
emoji hat, as you said.
The little.
I've asked people, they don't like it. I think it
I,
works for him.
I'm very 50-50. Like sometimes I'll see it like I'm like it, and then other times I'll see it I'm like this is stupid, and it just depends on my mood. I'm very temperamental on the head. I don't know. At least he's consistent. I see coaches switching stuff up every week, every game.
Yeah,
He's always
he's very
rocking it.
consistent. He's always rocking it 100%. But anyways, yeah, this game's going back and forth. I think you're right. You said in the second half, Seattle goes down. They score. San
Frisco goes
Francisco,
right back.
they go right back down. They score, and I'm like, well, I mean, dang,
Oh yeah,
the defense can't get a stop, and this is what this is problem. I was like, I don't know which is worse to watch. Your defense not be able to make a stop, or your offense going 3-and-out when you need a drive.
yeah.
Which one do you think is worse? What do you
I
think is worse?
I'm thinking the offense go 3 out because maybe the defense there's always that chance in the red zone that they get a stop or the offense can mess up on the other team's offense can mess up. But if you can't pick up a first down when when you need a drive, that kind of says a lot. I don't know. I'd rather my offense. I can trust my defense to eventually make a play. I think
That's
anybody.
true. But
Yeah.
for the Seahawks
Yeah.
standpoint, they really weren't making plays.
And then
I mean,
they went right back down the field. And Marshawn scored. They were making it rain Skittles when he scored. That was fun.
man, yeah, it was ridiculous. There's freaking Skittles everywhere. But yeah, it's tough to watch a defense get just. I mean, you want them to make a stop, and every defense does it. Someone gets to the ball carrier really early, like for maybe a -2, -1 play, but they always miss the tackle.
Man,
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Then after that, it goes to like +7. It's like Jesus. Let's give it a -2 play, but now it's a +7 play, and those things drive me absolutely nuts when I watch football. And it's just like, listen, I know it's tough, but just make a tackle.
And that's what separates an okay defense from a great defense because those great defenses don't miss those tackles. Rarely,
They don't miss those tackles. They
maybe
rarely
one,
miss.
and if they do, it's for only 4 instead of 7, like you said.
7, yeah. So, okay, going back to the game, yeah, it's a back and forth type of deal. Seattle finally gets a stop. Russ does Russ things, gets his team down the field. 4th and 10, they get 4th and 10. You can get a first down at the 2-yard line. They get a first down at the 1-yard line. They spike the ball on first down. Out of
like
timeout.
I think it was like 22 seconds left when they spiked.
22-second left. They can't
get Marshawn in. They can't get Marshawn.
Pete Carroll and Brian Schottenheimer can't figure out what they want to do. Dude, either do a QB sneak or get a ball to Marshawn. It's not that hard.
Well, I think they were afraid about the clock running out because they had no timeouts.
I know, but they spiked the ball, so the clock's dead. But don't take a delay of game.
Don't take the delay of game.
You can't take a delay of game right there. I'm saying you really can't, like, because there's such much of a difference, such a bigger difference between having the ball at the 1-yard line and having the ball at the 6-yard line. Like, yes, you might have more room to operate and make more plays, but it's so much easier to either do a QB sneak. You have Russell Wilson, or just put Marshawn over the top again. Honestly, I take Marshawn over the top 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah, but the problem is, and then if you don't get it, you got to spike it again, and then you've taken away, instead of 3 cracks, you only got 2 cracks at it because then it's 4th down again. But then on 3rd down, they had to play, and I don't understand why pass interference is not like they have this reviewable pass interference rule, because that guy got I think was it the tight end? He got completely mugged by the linebacker.
Yeah, he got bear hugged. He literally gave him a hug. Legit gave him a hug and pulled him toward him.
And the referee they have in the box on the NBC broadcast was like, yeah, this needs to be reviewed. I don't know why they're not reviewing this. This should be at least looked at. And so they don't look at it. The Seahawks are scrambling, thinking it's going to get looked at probably. It's 4th down, and then they complete a pass to the tight end, the tight end.
And he's short.
And man, I don't understand. It was a great tackle right at the goal line.
Was it helmet to helmet?
No, he hit him square. Hit him square in the box. It was right in the strike zone. It was boom. And he lost it. And it was weird because he lost his feet, so he stayed up a little bit longer. But man, why? This is 2 weeks in a row I've seen a big white guy with the football, like, have it tucked in and not reaching the ball out or holding it out straight. Because if he reaches the ball out, he scores a touchdown. He had it tucked into his body the whole time. He did a little turn towards the goal line, but didn't get in. So keeping my, I feel it's like, why you gotta give why people already have a bad name on the football field as it is being athletic. It's like, come on, man, you gotta do it for the people. Like, stick the ball up, be a little athletic. God, my guys, oh my God. So I was rooting for that because the Seahawks lost. Niners, NFC West champions. They are the 1 seed. They get a bye. And now the Vikings got to go to New Orleans, which is no fun for me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Also, so our boy Ron, what we've been complaining about all year, is back to pass interference. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Go.
This is the only game he's watching right now, right?
Yes. I mean, he's probably. I don't know. Somebody's got to.
Someone's got to be watching.
You don't even have to overturn it. Just buzz it in. Stop the game. Just buzz it in and look at it.
Yeah, don't act like. But do you think they didn't want to interfere in such a tight game?
I just don't think they. I don't think they wanted to give him a timeout. I don't know.
Oh, I see.
They were like, "Oh, we don't." So maybe Shanahan would be complaining like, "Oh, they gave him a timeout."
So if they had a timeout, might be different.
Might be, yeah, but that was a pretty blatant pass interference. I think it would have been overturned. Honestly, it should have been overturned.
It should. I looked at when I saw it. Obviously, slow motion makes everything seem like it's really bad. But I saw it and I was like, oh, that's PI. Like if you ever seen it, like literally, if that happens in the first quarter, which I hate saying this because it should be the same.
Well, even if what if it's Aaron Rodgers? You think they're not going to look at it? They're throwing the flag. Yeah, because the refs are afraid of him.
He's talking to the white hat. He's like, listen, you throw this flag, you know what's happened after.
Like,
yeah, whatever. So it's crazy.
It is.
Right. Anyway,
so
we got the playoff set. Give us our playoff picture, Pete.
All right, so we got the playoff picture. Saturday starts off Saturday afternoon. We got the Texans and the Buffalo Bills in Houston, the 4 and 5 seeds in the AFC. Then Saturday night, we got the New England Patriots fell into that 3 seed.
New England Patriots in here playing who? Who they playing?
They were playing Fitzmagic and the Dolphins to send them into this 3 seed with the big upset. And they got the Titans. Titans took care of Houston. Houston sat everybody, so the Titans got in as your 6th seed. So that's your.
Hold on, let's pause real quick.
You want to give them some love?
I just want to say, I called my dad at halftime and said, "Listen, if the Dolphins pull this out, I will be sending a care package down to Miami." They pulled it out, so I'm gonna look at my finances and see if it's able to do. But I might be sending the care package down to the Dolphins because they didn't have no reason to play this game, but they did anyway. And Fitzmagic came out and they won this game. And I truly appreciate it because now Mahomes can get healthy and the Chiefs can get very healthy and be ready for round 2. It's very nice.
That's a big buy. I think it very much sets up for an AFC Championship matchup between them and Baltimore because of this buy.
Yes, you're not wrong. Very happy about the bye. Very grateful of what the Dolphins did. When the Patriots went down and scored, I said, "Oh well, my dreams are crushed."
Yeah, I was.
But no, Fitzmagic was like, "No, I got you, Rel." I was like, "I appreciate that, my guy." Yeah, maybe I'll send one to him, send one to the Dolphins organization, and I'll send one particularly to Fitzmagic. Yeah, very happy about this. I wasn't really scared of the Patriots to go into the playoffs, but it's much nicer to have a first round bye.
Yeah, you don't want to be playing the Patriots off of a bye in Foxborough.
Yeah,
it's
for real, and I'd be much more scared of the Titans.
Yeah,
Derrick Henry's scary, dude. Dude won the rushing title.
He did.
Very scary.
I mean, he was playing kind of nobody today, but yeah, him and Tanny's got those boys running, so I'm glad they're in. So that's a Saturday night game. Then Sunday afternoon, my Vikings at the New Orleans Saints in the Voodoo Dome, House of Pain. It's gonna be awful. Ugh, not looking forward to that. And then we wrap it up with the Seahawks.
Hopefully, the Saints don't pick up AB before you play him.
Nah. He's going to jail. I left a call. I left a message on Goodell's machine. He ain't going nowhere.
Even hope so.
Yeah. So then Seattle in Philadelphia to wrap things up Sunday night. The Eagles took care of the Giants. It was suspect for a minute there in the fourth quarter. The game was tied in the fourth quarter with the Giants.
I mean, also, I don't want to jump ahead, but Jason Garrett hasn't been fired yet.
It's not Black Monday. Only Freddie's been fired. Freddie's the only person that's been fired.
Like, do we think Freddie obviously flew back? They obviously let him fly back.
It was only short. It was only like a 20-minute flight. They were in Cincinnati.
I got you. Glenn Dorsey, very nice guy. Let Freddie fly back. but obviously didn't let Freddie get pack his shit up, and it was like, listen, you gotta go.
Yeah, that's
Is
it.
that what happened?
Clear it out. Yep. They probably did exit. They probably did most of their exit interviews today because it was an early game and said we're in and out. Bye bye. But yeah, Jason Garrett, he's probably due up
He's
next.
probably gone. He's probably gone tomorrow.
Yeah, we have our list. Shermer, I think, is gone for now too. The Falcons announced Dan Quinn's coming back, so we'll see. Tomorrow's the big deadline to that. And then, of course, Baltimore, Kansas City, your 1 and 2 seeds in the AFC with a bye, and then San Francisco, Green Bay, because Aaron Rodgers survived the fierce Detroit Lions to get a bye. Woohoo. Congratulations. You can see how enthused I am about that.
I'm just saying the Seahawks didn't win, but all the Seahawks fans were watching this game beforehand and wanted nothing more than the Lions just to pull this out.
Oh, me too.
Because I think in their eyes, they're like, listen, if we win the NFC West and then we get a first round bye, we're talking bonuses. And people who just work ordinary jobs and not NFL players, bonuses mean a lot more to them than they do to NFL players. I was gonna get a bonus, but some of those other people were gonna get a bonus, and I'm sure they wanted it because they wanted the first round bye in August. But they're also looking like, listen, I'm a little more money in my pocket, start the year off right. So, anyways,
I was wanting it because I wanted another crack at Green Bay. I think we could take them down, but hey, we'll just beat the Saints this week, and then maybe.
I will say this, Pete. A lot of Seahawks fans are in the Vikings corner because they want to host another game.
Yeah.
The only way for them to host another
is if we're going to the NFC Championship.
is if 4, 5, and 6 seeds somehow pull it out and beat everybody else.
Well, I can put the guarantee on it right now. If the 5 and 6 seeds are playing in the NFC Championship game, my ass is gonna be there.
I got you.
I will put it on the table right now. I will be at that game to go to the Super Bowl, and I will suffer like a true Vikings fan as we lose, if we can even get that far. So who do you like? Let's talk. All right, who do you like in these games? We're picking them for our picks this week. We did 3 and 2 in our picks. Let's just kind of get these games out of the way. All right, Buffalo, Houston, the Saturday afternoon game. Houston -3. Who do you like?
I like Houston -3.
All right.
Both teams got a good week of rest, but I like Houston -3. I do think Deshaun comes out and does his thing with Hop. So.
I think it's very close. I think it's a lot closer than people may think. Buffalo loves to play ugly, good defensive games. I think Deshaun makes a play late, being the stud he is, and Houston gets the win. All right, then the Saturday night game, Tennessee, New England. New England -4.5. I like the Titans. To win this game, maybe, I think. You know, I'm picking the Titans. Titans are winning this game. I'm calling it right now.
Okay, I'm not gonna go that far off the ledge because we still got Tom Terrific and the Bill Belichick. Sorry, I don't know why I forgot his game there. But I will take the Titans +4.
All right, I like that. All right, then Sunday, Minnesota, New Orleans. New Orleans -6. I'm going with the Saints.
I'm right there with you. I got the Saints in the Dome. They're hard. It's so hard to beat the Dome.
They're gonna get every call. They owe us payback for the Minnesota Miracle. There's a lot of bad juju.
Yeah, they're gonna get every call. They're gonna bring the whistles out. It's gonna be crazy. I know. Like I said though, I'm wishing the Vikings do win because you're my boy. I work for the Seahawks. I want to host another game. But. I got to say.
Only good thing is games at noon. Kirk Cousins, not primetime, it's normal schedule. Maybe Kirk doesn't even think about it. He's just old Kirky, and he can swing the rock.
Kirk's one of those guys that needs to do, the average way.
He's such a creature of habit. Like he doesn't need his routine.
His routine. He doesn't need the extra 4 hours or whatever, the extra day.
Yeah. The
primetime games require or whatever. So. This might be good for him.
Yeah, maybe. I'm hoping. And everybody's healthy. We rested everybody today. All right, and then Seattle, Philly. Seattle, 1-point road favorites. I know you're taking the Seahawks. I know you're forced to take the Hawks. You're forced to take the Hawks.
Yeah, they give me a little cheddar on the side.
Yeah. All right, I'm going with the Eagles. I think it's going to be a really tough place to play. Philly's kind of on that roll again. You know how Philly goes in the playoffs.
No, you're not wrong. They're literally plugging and playing people. It
They are,
does. If you put a Eagles jersey on Sunday,
we
you're
strapping up.
expected.
We ready to
You,
go.
yeah, you be ready to go. The ball's coming your way. Get ready, or yeah, whatever it is. So
So I
yeah,
saw the stat today. Carson Wentz, first quarterback ever to throw for 4,000 yards and not have a single receiver have 500 yards receiving.
yes. I saw that stat too. Obviously,
Or,
his tight end has over 1,000 yards,
yeah,
probably. Or
Goddard might be close at
my
500.
Goddard might be close, but yeah, that's still crazy even
It's
without
the
a receiver.
it's the Carson Wentz
So
machine. You don't hear the doubters of Carson Wentz anymore, and if you
I'm just
do, they're
saying,
not very bright.
I'd love later, maybe after the year, and we figure out who some wide receiver free agents, and we
Somebody,
try to see who's going to end up
AJ
in
Green,
Philadelphia.
AJ
Ooh, I
Green.
like that. I like that a lot.
I don't
I
know if they
like
got the
that.
money. I also really like AJ Green to the New York Jets, just to throw that out there from a boy Sam, who got
Okay.
another W today, seven and
It did get
five since
W.
mono. It's big time.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Seven
seven
to
and
five
five since
final.
mono.
That's not
Yeah,
bad.
and it's
Yeah.
seven, and he's 7-4 since the IC Ghost game.
I see Ghost. That was
Yeah.
messed up. They did. That
Hey
was messed
man,
up.
happens. It's good
Uh,
quarterbacks. But oh god, did you see the video of Baker today about the
yeah, I
that?
take it. I always thought we were gonna skip that, man.
No, I
We
can't skip
uh,
that. That was too much.
I
That's
already
too
threw the
much
Baker
Baker.
chips in I already threw the Baker chips in for this year. I gave Sam Darnold the crown for this year for 2019. Let's move on. We on to 2020.
All
We
right,
already on to 2020.
let's just throw it this way. The Baker said to him, fans were heckling him before the game, and Baker said, "Why don't you come down here and say it to my face?" It may be the greatest response from a fan ever. A+ smack talking to this guy. He goes, "Come on, man, you know I can't come down there. Why don't you come? Why don't you come up here?" I was dying. Now, if Baker was a funny person and could laugh at himself, he said, "Come on, man, you know I can't come up there." Just had a little
Yeah,
rib with him, but no, Baker takes everything too serious and grumpy. So just that little throw in, that fan A+ smack talk right there.
great reply. Great
Just
reply.
it was so good. All right, let's see. All right, we got the Rose Bowl on New Year's Day too. We can pick that one right now. Wisconsin, Oregon, the granddaddy of them all. Wisconsin's -3. I'm going with the Ducks. You going with the Ducks?
I got the Ducks. Yeah, Wisconsin's a tough team, but I got the Ducks. Justin Herbert's gonna have a going away party, and he's gonna ball out.
I agree. I think he needs to rise that draft stock a little bit, make people remember why he was going to be the number one pick, I think, over Kyler
I
Murray
know.
this year before he came back.
Yeah, him. Yeah, now he's sitting at 3.
Uh,
Behind him, it's
yeah,
two and Burrow.
I would put him at 3, yeah, because Tua is, yeah, we'll see.
Still Tua.
Still Tua, yeah. Some people aren't super sold on him, but those people are a little crazy.
Hurts with a straight drop, takes his eyes down, takes off. Jalen Hurts, this is what he does best. Just like that, touchdown Oklahoma.
Hurts me to say that his last stats. I'm going to say this as a college player is my man Jalen Hurts was 15 for 31, for 217 yards. He did not throw for a touchdown. So sad. He had an interception, but he did rush for 43 yards and for 2 touchdowns.
Oh, sad day and one giant loss he took from the LSU Tigers. So
Yeah,
maybe
one huge loss.
maybe I'll play a funeral march
It was
instead.
just sad.
Oh,
There it is, your Jalen Hurts stats for the last time in 2019.
Oh.
Hopefully, we see Jalen Hurts in 2020 on an NFL team.
All right, so who balled out for you this week? Get you in a better mood.
Ball of the week for me, I got 2. One's personal and one's legit. We're gonna go with the first one that's legit. Joe Burrow throwing 7 touchdowns, and I repeat, 7 touchdowns in the first half of a college football semifinal game. That's ridiculous.
We're playing NCAA again, baby.
Yeah,
We're stat padding.
I don't know if he got on the sticks before the game, but I want to do this because I threw for 8 touchdowns in NCAA or whatever. But the kid threw for 7 touchdowns, had 8 touchdowns total. Showed us why he was the Heisman winner. Ridiculous. And my second ball of the day is the Miami Dolphins and
I
Ryan
gotta give him
Fitzpatrick.
some love.
Gotta give them some love for what they did against the Patriots. They not only beat the Patriots, but gave the Kansas City Chiefs a number 2 seed, which they are very grateful for. All hail to the Dolphins. I mentioned earlier that I might send my care package.
Maybe they
More
ended
and
the
more.
dynasty.
Maybe they ended the dynasty. More and more I think about it. they might get a care package. So
All right. You're feeling generous.
I'm feeling generous.
All right. My doghouse in the week. I know not people aren't going to maybe like this. I'm going to go Lincoln Riley. Man.
Oh.
Lincoln. My guy. You're a good head coach. You're 0-3 in semifinal games. 2 with the Heisman Trophy winning quarterback. You didn't look like you were ready to play, my man. You didn't look like you got your team ready. You didn't look like you watched any film. A&M got shellacked 51-7 by LSU, and I know we're not that good. And that was in a week. My guy, you had almost a month to prepare, and you laid a massive goose egg. So, you let me down, brother. You let me down. Lincoln Riley in my doghouse for now.
Lincoln's done great, but college football playoff games are not for him.
Unfortunately so. Maybe one day he'll get it all turned around. So, but I think that's going to do it for us this week, for this year, for 2019. This is
2019. A quick reflection on 2019. We started the podcast. I think the podcast has been getting better each week and week. We'll be back in 2020. We're not going anywhere. People aren't getting rid of us that fast. But
even though they might want to.
Even though they might want to, I'm glad we do this. Bigger and better things to come in 2020. And
I agree.
Yeah.
2020 is our year, and then
2020 is our year. Hopefully, we'll boom and not bust. And it's been exciting. We'll have college football playoffs, NFL playoffs. We'll get March Madness in there. We'll do the beginning of baseball, and then I think we'll get Summer Olympics this year.
Oh yeah, yes, 2020 Tokyo. Yes, sir.
Yeah, we'll hit some Summer Olympics. So yeah, it'll 2020 will be a great year.
I agree. And you know what? Next week I think we're gonna have a little New Year's resolution, some stuff that we want to see coming up in 2020 in sports. Sure. So stay tuned. Enjoy.
I see 2020 great.
Right.
Stay tuned.
All right, we'll see you all next year.